Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. Well, the late night department of the YouTube studio of yours truly has been getting a lot of exercise lately because it is after 10 p.m. Oh, seriously, right now the time is approximately 12:57 a.m. Eastern Time. It's before sunrise, so it is still, technically, Thursday, July 15th, 2021. The moon is waxing in Libra and the sun is transiting in Cancer. How you doing in YouTube land? So, first things first. I wanted to continue being at least 2 weeks ahead of the following month. And I already did the video for August 2021 from the Many Moons 2021 Lunar Planner. And now I'm going to do the August 2021 entry for Llewellyn's 2021 Tarot Calendar. And of course I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous cover. I mean, when I first saw this red last year, I was like, ooh! Little did I realize how significant the color red was going to be in my life. Now, and I actually know all of the tarot decks that are represented on the cover. So, from left to right, we have the Tarot in Wonderland, written by Barbara Moore, illustrated by Eugene Smith. We have the Rider-Waite Smith. You know, I can't believe I actually forgot who wrote the book. But it was illustrated by the late and great Pamela Coleman Smith. This is the Darkwood Tarot, but I don't remember who the names of the people are. And then, of course, the Shadowscapes Tarot. So let's turn to August 2021, and for the record, there is no spread, so this will be a relatively quick video. So I'm going to show all of you what August 2021's entry features, and then we'll take it from there. So, the card depicted is the Five of Pentacles from the Otherkin Tarot. The symbol represented is the star. We have two excellent articles. One is entitled Prioritizing When Life is Chaotic. Lord have mercy, don't even get me started. Moving Past a Difficult Card. Now this one is an especially ideal article to go to review, especially for those of you who are either professional readers who use the Sacred Tarot or who have been considering a career as a professional reader who uses the Sacred Tarot. Let me try that again. And especially for those of you who are considering having a career using the Sacred Tarot. Now I said it without a stutter, that's good. Okay, so Five of Pentacles. So I know that. Now remember, I'm going to also share some of my intuitive insights. And one of the things that I've learned about the fives in the tarot is that they represent change. Now according to this, according to Ms. Moore, fives represent chaos. So what is the chaos in your life? What is the chaos that has become rampant in your life? And because it is a Pentacles card, it would be easy for me to say, think about where you have chaos, where you have unholy madness and unnecessary chaos in your life with regards to your physical health and well-being and with regards to your finances. Okay. I love exactly how Barbara Moore began this. This is about the Five of Pentacles. She wrote, "This is never a happy card, representing financial lack, physical discomfort, and a sense of disconnection." Interestingly enough, a lot of us experienced disconnection last year, especially because of COVID-19. So now I'm going to ask you to look at how you have become disconnected with yourself, because that is something that I have encountered as well. I have found that in a lot of ways I've become disconnected with myself. I am reconnecting with myself, and I have been reconnecting with myself on a deeper, profound, and even accelerated level since this past May. Does somebody in the peanut gallery disagree? say so. That's not my experience, but you can disagree with me. That's cute that you put the zipper across your mouth, but that doesn't change your facial expressions. Or that very distinct and pronounced tilt to your head. You need to be careful you don't tilt it too much that you break it. Of course, you might need somebody to tilt your head a certain way. Of course, I'm talking to Drake, more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, but I digress. This little guy with his mismatched buttons and pitiful little tin cup is clearly in need of help. Yes, and I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos do a close-up of this sad image. Now, the mouse is super cute, but he does have the mismatched buttons. He has the empty little tin cup. There's definitely no prosperity consciousness going on here. There is no peace, health, and plenty. So what does he need the most? I don't know. I want to say he needs shelter, he needs food, he needs a bath. I need a bath, actually. And, you know, he has a left foot that is still healing. I can relate. So, you know what? I think this cute little mouse needs to remember that he's always provided for. It doesn't look that he feels this way. It does not look like he's being provided for, but he is being provided for. And the Peanut Gallery wants to say more. You know, if you keep doing that, I'm going to have to stop this video and have a conversation with you. I might need to get a little metal cup and, you know, have that conversation with you in a very pronounced manner. And I don't have a tin one, but I have a copper one. Anyway, so the symbol, the star, which of course is very interesting because one of the traditional meanings of the star card, as opposed to the Five of Pentacles, is hope. So this little mouse needs to hold on to hope. Let me tell you something. I would have difficulty holding on to hope too. If I had crutches, if I had mismatched buttons, if I was out in the cold, if I hadn't eaten in a long time. Although I have noticed that when the weather is especially warm, I barely eat. So, yeah, but still. He's not out in the warm, he's out in the cold, so I'm sure he's very hungry. Symbol, star. The star represents the stained glass window usually found in traditional versions of this image. It means that relief is within reach. The problem is being so distracted that you overlook it. How many times, just in the last week, or better yet, since last Friday, July 9th, 2021, the date of the new moon in Cancer, have you overlooked something? Have you been so distracted that you didn't notice a sign, that you didn't notice something that you wanted and it was literally within reach? As most of you know, I'm going on a vacation with my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos to Philadelphia in a few weeks, and the place that he recommended to go to for luggage did not have luggage. Well, they had pieces of luggage, but it was outside of the budget that I had set for myself for luggage. And fortunately for me, I went to a store, forgot the coupon, and I said to myself, you know what, I don't know this cashier, but I'm going to ask. Do you happen to have a coupon? I left my coupons at home. I manifested a money miracle, very much Six of Pentacles, and you know what? I got a discount and it made me very happy, and I got a really beautiful piece of luggage as well. And in case you're wondering, yes, it is in a lunar color, gray to be precise. Okay, so the star is a reminder that relief is within reach, that you need to keep hope alive, that it is imperative you keep hope alive. Because you know what? And I know this from experience. On more than one occasion, I truly believe that sometimes it really is darkest before the dawn. Sometimes one quits before the miracle occurs, or before the miracle manifests. And now, I invite you to hold on to hope. Even if it doesn't seem like your hope is going to manifest, even if it doesn't seem like your miracle is going to manifest, but hold on to hope. Now, prioritizing when life is chaotic. Now, for the record, I'm drinking coffee. I'll still sleep, by the way. But yeah, I was just too tired to get my on-screen mug. By the way, this is what Isis looks like when she's meowing like she's like starving. And this is what she's saying: I will not be ignored. So yeah. Because you know, of all my cats, Isis is almost never in the videos. She's laying on the floor a few inches away from me, but... You know what? Can you do a quick close-up of her? Drake? If you can do it. If you can't do it, it's okay. Okay. She's right over here, by the way. But anyway. Prioritizing when life is chaotic. The fives in the tarot represent chaos, upheaval, and change. During these times, it is easy to feel overwhelmed and not know which problem to handle first. Luckily, you can use your cards to help. Tarot has an internal order and structure that we can use to manage the chaos of our lives. List out the things you need to handle. Shuffle your deck and pull a card for each one. Use the numbers on the cards to put your tasks in order. I gotta tell you, I'm getting very excited about this. This is like the next generation things to do list. Because I've been using things to do lists for years. I love this. This is getting me excited. If there are multiple numbers, then use the suits to determine the order. Top priority are majors, followed by wands, cups, swords, and pentacles in that order. If you get a court card, consider that as something to delegate. Come on. How many of you really want to tell people what to do? You know, not too long ago, Drake, more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, showed me a meme. And I thought the meme was so honest, so true, and so hysterical. And basically the gist of the meme was, do what I tell you to do the first fucking time. And I want to tell you, I love that meme. I said do this, I said do this now, and I'm not want to tell you twice, 3 times, 50 times, 100 times. I want to tell you once. Once. I could never be a server, by the way. I could never work in a restaurant. Because I know I would tell somebody something, and that would be it. And I'd be like, oh, you want to play games? You want to crack jokes? Okay, let me crack something over your head. I'm not the one. If you get a court card, consider that as something to delegate. So give yourselves permission to tell somebody to do something for you. Ask for help. Somebody who has been availing herself of goddess energy healing treatments with me recently began experiencing miracles and asking people for help. And it's as if, actually, no, it is this way. It's not as if it's this way. It is this way. People are paying attention to her, to what she needs. People are actually helping her obtain what she needs. And you know what? It makes me so happy because the last year or so, her self-esteem and her self-love have been damaged. They've been battered up and down. So the fact that she is remembering and reconnecting with her goddessness makes me so happy. And she's always had an affinity with Aphrodite. So Aphrodite is just telling her, listen, you are a goddess. You are gorgeous, you are beautiful, you deserve nothing but the best, and I'm going to help you make that happen. Call on me. You don't have to, don't worry about tiring me out. Don't worry about if you're burdening me. If you're burdening me, I'll tell you. Because Aphrodite is not shy. I may not know the Kemetic, I may not know the Hellenic pantheon like somebody whose primary pantheon is the Hellenic pantheon. But one thing I've learned about love goddesses in general, and Aphrodite and Oshun in particular, they're not shy. They live their lives doing whatever the fuck they want with no malice, no hesitation, and no apologies. Do you think that Aphrodite apologized to her husband Hephaestus when she had a torrid, steamy, sexually explicit love affair with Ares? Not for a second. Because she was getting her fuck on in a very good way. So you know what? She was like, bitch, this is the shit. she had no regrets at all. So, you know, and I'm sure that Aries' big club in between his legs was quite the delight. Anyway, once you have your list in order, interpret the cards for advice on how best to handle each specific task. I love this. I want to tell you, this is one of my favorite articles written by the Barbara Moore in this entire calendar, because this has helped me enormously. So Barbara Moore, if you're watching, and I hope you are watching because I think you're amazing, thank you for this article. This article, this one little article, is worth the price of this calendar. And by the way, I will be purchasing the Llewellyn's 2022 Tarot calendar very soon, and I cannot wait. Moving past a difficult card. If a particular card, especially a troubling one, keeps coming up for you, or you are facing a situation such as financial difficulties, as shown in the Five of Pentacles, you probably want to know how to get past it or work through it. Take the card from your deck. Also take out the cards that come before and after it. In this case, the 4 and 6 of Pentacles, respectively. The card before you shows how the situation came to be, and the card after shows the way out. And it's interesting that this is mentioned here because recently I found a pin on Pinterest, and the card was the Empress. And it was interesting because the person who wrote the tarot tip wrote, take your tarot deck, shuffle the cards, and then look for the Empress. The card before the Empress represents the blockage, and the card after the Empress represents how to overcome that blockage. So it's interesting that I'm encountering another one of these types of spreads where it's like, shuffle the deck, focus on what you need to focus on, and then look for this specific card, and this is telling you this, and this card before that card is telling you that, and the card after this card is telling you this. So I really dig this. Now, intuitively, the Five of Pentacles for me has always been about financial challenges. Now, I do not look upon the word challenges as a bad thing. Challenges can be frustrating, they can be annoying, they can be depressing, but keep in mind that within the word challenge is the word change. So ultimately a change is necessary. If you're experiencing financial challenges, just to use the example, then what is it that you can do? And some of you are already saying, there's nothing I can do. I disagree with that. I completely disagree with that, and I'll tell you why. If you are breathing, if you are a soul in a body, there is absolutely something you can do about it. You may not like what you can do. You may not want to do what you can do, what is available to you to do, but it is an option that you have. You know, there was a time in my life where I was not as financially prosperous as I am now, where I was not as skilled in magnetizing money to me. And there were times when I knew that if I wanted to remain in my apartment, or if I wanted to keep a certain thing in connection, in place, I would need to ask someone to ask him or her or them to borrow money from me. I didn't say that correctly, but you know what I meant. And you know what? I didn't like it. I still don't like it. And I knew that I also needed to overcome a lot of issues in that. Having a history of being a people pleaser, I know that I needed to overcome the fear that if I ask them for this, that they will leave me. And that if I allow myself to be vulnerable, that somebody will take advantage of me, or worse. So I needed to overcome a lot of issues to be able to say to somebody, I need your help. And this is the help that I need. And I will tell you, even now, with all of the life skills that I've developed, that I've strengthened, that I've built up, it's still a bit of a challenge. But the fact of the matter is that sometimes I need help. Now I have been reminded to ask for help from the divine. And you know what? Recently I wrote an angel letter to several of the healing angels, and I asked them for specific things. And I was very specific. I'm like, this is what I'm asking of you. This is what I feel the need to have. This is what will help me move forward, literally and figuratively. And you know what? Writing that angel letter has already made a huge difference with regards to my ongoing healing, recovery, recuperation, and divine restoration. So I knew that it was necessary, and I saw how necessary it was. So I invite all of you, if there is a need, ask for help. And if you don't feel comfortable asking for a person, then ask a divine being. Whether that divine being is a goddess, a god, an ascended master, a saint, an angel, an archangel, another celestial being, whomever, whatever, whenever, ask. Because you doing that is going to make a difference. Even if what you need doesn't come through traditional sources or traditional avenues, at least you asking will ease your burden, will actually lighten your heart, lighten your mind, and lighten your soul. But don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself and see what happens. In the meantime, YouTube, as always, thank you so very much for honoring who I am and what I do. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the shares. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the subscriptions. And of course, thank you to all of you who have been scheduling your sessions. And I will tell you, I still have bookings available in July. Not that many, just FYI. And I still have a few, well, I have quite a few in August, after my vacation. And before the thing that I'm going to do in August, at the end of August. September, it gets tricky. September is definitely tricky. And I have plans that are on the verge of being finalized. So, yeah, September is tricky. If you can schedule an appointment with me in July or August or October, that would be great. If you want to schedule in September, I have no issue with that. And certainly, you know, if that's what your divine guidance is telling you, then go for it. But if I tell you I'm not available on that certain date, please don't be surprised. Anyway, as always, may the great goddess provide you and yours with peace, health, and plenty. Good night, and stay tuned for the next video.